Closed captioning is brought to you by Insect Defend Patch, DEET-free protection from biting insects.
One of my favorite hooks to use are made by Gamakatsu, and they're called the octopus hook, and that's what I'm holding on my hand here. These are size 10 and size 12. Now you can see that these are very small and lightweight wire hooks. That's very important because they'll suspend, they won't pull your rig down further to the bottom. If you are bouncing along the bottom, the hooks are so light that they probably won't lodge on anything along the bottom. Over the last few years, I've also used the wide gap hook. This is called the wide gap finesse hook, and you can see that it's got a short shaft and almost round. As a general rule, if you're fishing in murkier water, you can use a larger hook. But if you're using in clear water, you have to use a smaller size hook so the fish won't see it. So what do you think of Wikwemikong?
This is awesome. Awesome
Isn't it
fishing.
an amazing community?
It is.
Great fishing.
Wonderful fishing.
Rainbows that you can catch like this just casting lures.
Yes.
Water's nice and clear. There's no boat traffic, no other fishermen here.
It's like your own islands.
Yeah. Nice and easy, and I'll just...
The rocks are so beautiful too, the formation.
Well, the scenery, I mean, all over, even running, you know,
Yeah.
the 20 minutes that we ran, there's so much to see. We've got a bald eagle that's watching over us on a tree up there.
I
Look at
love
beautiful
bald
barb.
eagles
Okay, ready
watching.
to hold it? I'm going to
Yep.
get a picture of you with it, okay?
Okay.
So you be careful. I'm going to put the net down.
Nice
and I'm
and
going to get
thick.
the camera. You know, one nice thing about coming to Manitoulin Island, you can come as a guy's thing, as a trip, but you know what? If you come up with your wife, there's a lot to see. The people are very friendly here. There's lots of fish to be caught. Girls can catch fish too. We've seen that, right? Even in the other boat. Did it flash?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, Barb, you can put it right in the live well if you want, right there.
Okay.
Yep. You know, last night we fried one of the rainbows. We were talking to some of the fishermen that were out on the main bay, and they were saying how much they love to barbecue them. And we were talking about it, and we were going over different recipes. These fish taste so good that it doesn't matter whether you fry them in a skillet with a little bit of butter and whatever coating you like to use, or whether you deep fry them. But one of the nicest ways is either barbecued or grilled. When it comes to casting for rainbows, it helps to have a rod that's equipped with lighter line, at least 4-pound test or 6-pound test diameter, so that you can get some distance. Because the rainbows average anywhere from 2 to 3 pounds here. You can get them over 10, but it really helps to use spoons that are about 1 to 1.5 inch in size. Now, these two spoons that I've got here, you can see have a very streamlined shape to them. So they're very long and thin, like a willow leaf. This one on the right is called a rocket. They're both made by Lucky Strike. Okay, so this is the rocket right here. This one is called a rainbow. And you can see that they're different colors, but the one thing they have in common is they're long and thin, and they have more of a flashing, rolling action when they go through the water. They're both equipped with small hooks, so most rainbows that hit, even smaller ones, will get hooked. The only thing is you have to try to keep them on. And one thing that both Barb and I are using, you can see that we've got snap swivels. There's a lot of rolling that the spoon does and fluttering from side to side, and they can produce line twists. But by having at least one snap swivel, that line twist will be eliminated, and having a second one, it's really safe. And you can also use the swivel at the top here for your connection. So that's where my braided line is connected to my fluorocarbon leader. So casting these Lucky Strike spoons or trolling with them is one of the best ways to get these fish, but especially for casting. Barbara, first pike. What
Awesome.
a nice bay, eh? We ran down this bay really long. We got to the bottom end of it, and I had a really nice pike follow. I figured about 40 inches, and then this one whacked it. Okay, Mr. Pike. There, that's a nice northern for starters. Beautiful fish. You hit a spinner bait hooked right in the roof of the mouth. Now, you know, I made that look easy, but And I'm just going to extend them out. Barb, there's got to be a whole bunch of them in here. That's what they do.
Canadian sport fishing, brought to you in part by Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Sail, the outdoors superstore. Lucky Strike, all you need is a Lucky Strike.
So we're targeting pike now because the water's so clear, and you can see we're in a current here, so we're actually moving along. Look at the size of that lure. I think it's about 4.5 or 5 inches long, and it's got a nice big treble hook for northern. And look at the nice rainbow that hit it. So this is going to be a eating fish. Isn't that a gorgeous fish? So these are all over here. It's amazing. So I won't be surprised if we keep casting to northerns and we get these rainbows come up. Okay, Barb, I'm going to put it in the live well. Well done, Barb.
Thank you.